Hey YouTuber, welcome to my channel and welcome to yet another Mustang mods video. So if you're a fan of the channel, you probably already remember that I did the jacking rails underneath the car. That was absolutely fantastic, so now I can jack the car up dead easy without worrying about those seams. Also, you probably remember that I did the blackout, so I've wrapped this with the gloss, so that's blacked out all of the chrome there. I plaster dipped the numbers and emblems, and I'm just waiting to get the wheels done, but obviously I've done the calipers in that lovely lime green and I think they're still looking great. But one thing I thought, when I go to shows, I like to lift the bonnet up so people can see the nice 5 litre power pack under the bonnet, or the hood if you're in America. But really, looking under this bonnet, to me it looks like Ford have just really not finished it really. Let me show you what I mean. So taking a closer look under here, we found, well, Bob for a start. All right, Bob, are you okay there?
Yes, Phil. I'm fine, thanks.
Lovely. Right, carrying on. Yeah, so just looking around, I mean, look at all this here. I mean, why haven't Ford covered that over with some plates, really? It's ridiculous. I mean, the Strut Towers here, they look awful, and the same at that side. I mean, it's not so bad that side, because they've at least covered the battery over, but you think they'd have covered the Strut Tower. And this great big, horrible expansion tank here, which it looks rubbish. So in today's video we're going to fix all of that and make this look a lot nicer under here, and I'll tell you where you can get the parts to do this from, and even better, I've arranged a discount code just for you guys so you can go get these parts cheaper. Let's go. So I'm going to start this mod with the messiest job, and it's going to be the messiest job because what I'm going to do, I'm going to plaster dip this. So I'm going to use my black plaster dip spray that I've got some left from doing the emblems, and I'm going to spray this black. But to do that, I need to undo these two 10mm bolts just to lift it up out the way. Not sure about this tube here. I could probably take that tube off anyway. I don't really want to empty the tank, but this has got plenty of slack on it, so this will move. I just want to lift it up, and then I can mask off all this area, and then we can spray it. Let's do that. Right, so what I think I'll do is I'll just take off this top hose, because with that out the way, then it will lift up to about here, and I should be able to spray it a lot easier. So let's do that. Okay, so if you take off the top hose, just raise it up and it'll stop any of the coolant flowing out of it. I've spilled a little bit there, we can wipe that out. This should now, look, I've got plenty of room on the pipes that it's on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive that coolant there, and then put some masking over here, and we should be ready to give it a spray. I also think I'm going to remove this pipe as well, because as long as I keep it above almost flat, then it's not going to leak any water out. So let me remove this one. Now it's time to mask up. So one thing you will need to do is you need to mask off the max and the min markers here so that you can still see them. Now just give it a wipe with some wax and grease remover. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to mask off the bottom, because I don't need to spray the bottom. It's going to be a bit hard to get to. So I'm going to just mask around that bottom edge there, because you'll only see the top bit when he's back on the car. She's ready for painting. Right, here we go. Let's see how this does. First coat, so we'll let that dry for about 30 minutes, and then we'll do another few coats after that. So it's the next day now, so I've left this plaster dip plenty of time to dry thoroughly, so have a look at this. So next job now is to pull off the masking, but what I might just do is use the craft knife that I've got just to go around the edge of the masking, so when I pull it off, it doesn't pull it off the actual tank as well. all came off pretty well, so I'm happy with that. So now it's a case of get rid of all this and let's get this fitted back on the car. So now let's take a look at the stuff that I bought from Barry. His link is going to be down in my description. Don't forget, if you buy any stuff from him, use the code that I've put down there and you can get 10% off your order. So first of all, in the box we have these parts here. So what these do, these are going to lay down here just above the headlight and just close up that bit of gap you've got there between under the bonnet and the actual wing. One for each side, of course. Next, see what we've got in here. So next we have these, which are the Strut Tower covers. So they're going to cover up those. And lastly, lovely piece there. And that is going to go over here. Let me show you. So that is going to go over there to cover up that area there, which is the brake reservoir. So let's get these installed. Right, so to fit this one, you're going to need a 10mm socket and just a small screwdriver. And that's that, so easy. So let's start working back this way so we can do this strut tower next. So these come with two different pieces, they're remarkably different, so you can't mix them up. So the one with the little U-shape cut out there is to go over the wires, so that is the one for the other side. So we'll come to that later. So this one, what you can probably see as well, but when you've got this on, is this nut here still sticks out a little bit. Well, I've thought about that when they supplied this this kit, and what is also supplied is a black nut cap to go over there, like so. Just put that on, and then make sure your wires go through. Now this has sticky tape on, but I think I'm going to leave them loose at the moment. Reason being is, one, they're not going to fly off because once the bonnet's down, that's going to stop it going anywhere, and two, I am looking to put a strut brace across this car, so I'm going to need to take this off, and if I stick it down now, I'm not going to be able to get this off without maybe damaging it. So I'm not going to stick it down at this point, I'm just going to lay it on, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, it can only move slightly, and the bonnet is going to stop it from lifting off because it's got this U shape here which is being held there. Okay, let's move on to the next piece, which is to cover this area here. So the next part that I got in the kit was to cover this open area here again, and you get two pieces. One of them's got an obvious cutout there, which is going to be for the bonnet release cable, which is on the other side. So that obviously is from the other side, so we'll get that one later, and that leaves that this one is for this side. Now what it's going to do, it's going to go under here like so, and line this bit up with this, and line this up with the bottom of that. So it's got sticky pads on, so if you have to stick down there, it will stick down there, and it's going to stick up here, and then that is going to be the cover in place. It looks great because it's just covered up a big open area under the bonnet. So let's get some isopropyl alcohol and we'll clean this down and stick it down. Now let's go do the other side. So this is the struts cover on this side, and it's got a little lip on there. That lip is going to go under this bit here. So let's just test it. Goes under there nicely. This seems to be in the way, this cable here. I'm not sure if that turns round. That's how I'm going to fit this now, because like I say, I'm looking to get a strut brace, so these will need to come off again. I don't want to use the sticky tape on them to hold them in place. Again, this is quite snug between this cable and this cable, and of course when the bonnet comes down it ain't going to go anywhere. So I'm just going to leave it at that for this one. So next let's do the part to cover the gap down here. So I've just test fit this, and I found this is a lot more of a snug fit than the other side. I think it's mainly because of this cable here. So this is the, show me, that's the bonnet release cable. So you've got the cutout where that's got to go through here, and then you've got a little cutout in the plastic where the other part of the cable needs to go through. But my cable was lowered down. I've had to lift it up just to get to that hole. That hole could have been should have been a bit further down for me. I think it would have been better. But lifted that up, it's now kind of clicked in, so it does fit. Once we stick that down there, that will be fine. So I'm going to take this off, we'll clean it up with isopropyl, and we'll get it stuck down. So because there's a little bit of jiggling to do to get this piece in, what I'm going to do with the 3M tape, I'm just going to take off the little bit and just get it so I can pull it. So we do that and just bend that over like that. Then when I get it fitted, I should be able to get that on my fingers and pull it off and then press it down. So I've got to jiggle it about a bit. Okay, there we are. So I've got those two ready, so I can just get them from the other side. And I've got that one ready, so I can do the same. So let's say get it in position now. So again, it goes underneath here. That bit's quite obvious. It's getting this piece to sit nicely. Okay, and that's as good as it gets. So let's pull this tape off now. Now I can just press that down. Oh, there we go. Just press that down. Now, oh, that's a bit tight to get into there. Screwdriver. Get it with that. Yep. And then we'll press that down. And that's that. So let me clean up all this rubbish and then we can take a good look at what it looks like with them fitted. So that's it, simple as that really, to make the engine bay look way better. I am also considering doing something with this cover, but that'll be in another episode, so stay tuned to my channel for that. Don't forget, if you want these items, then contact Barry. His Facebook address is down below in the comments. He hasn't got a web page, unfortunately. You just need to ping him on Facebook, give him a message, and he'll come back to you and he'll give you all the prices. And don't forget to use that discount code to get that 10% off for you on your purchase. So if you've enjoyed this, and don't forget, I've got that new car I'm going to be announcing very soon as a project car for the channel. So stay tuned. And to do that, then please subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button, and if you did like this video, then give me that thumbs up. Don't forget, I want to try and get to 750 subscribers before Christmas, so help me get there, please guys, and that would be so good for the channel. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and until the next time, stay safe.